Welcome to the 31st Annual Governor's Arts Awards. This event is honoring our 2012 Governor's Arts Award recipients, and I want to thank all of you for being here this evening with us to celebrate the arts in Wyoming. It is my pleasure to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for this evening, Mr. Milward Simpson, the Director of State Parks and Cultural Resources. Milward?
Welcome, everyone, to the 31st Annual Governor's Arts Awards. It's such an honor and privilege to participate in this event every year that brings us all together to celebrate the talent and creativity of our citizens. And what these recipients tonight have in common is an uncommon devotion to the power of artistic expression, to helping others achieve that power through education, and to bringing the power of expression that the arts inspire to our citizens and our communities. And so we're in for a real treat this evening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're truly fortunate in Wyoming to have a governor and first lady who support the arts and support the creativity expressed by our citizens throughout the state. And at this time, it's my great honor and privilege to introduce to you our great governor of the great state of Wyoming, the Honorable Matt Mead.
All right, this is the very fun portion of the evening. The first award goes to Lynn Munns, a potter from Casper, Wyoming. Lynn, a teacher who taught 35 years at Casper College, beginning in 1971, and who left a legacy for the future through the students he taught. He was an innovator who took a fledgling ceramics program and made it renowned. An engaged educator and administrator who served as chairman of the Visual Arts Department and then as chairman of the Fine Arts Division at Casper College. An avid supporter who reached into the community to promote the arts, serving on the boards of the Nicolason Art Museum, the Wyoming Advocates for Cultural Development, the Western States Arts Federation, the Wyoming Arts Councils, and others. He's an award-winning artist and a featured exhibitor at galleries in Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, and New Jersey. Lynn's ceramics have beauty, immaculate design, and utility. They are lovely to look at, to see, and to use, and they are timeless. Lynn, thank you for all the years of teaching and service. Lynn, I can tell you that we had fun in the office today as we got some pictures of some of your work, and we were all drooling over it. It is absolutely fantastic, and I want to congratulate you for building a national reputation in ceramics, not only for yourself, but also for Casper College and for your artistry, sorry. Where's that proclamation? And body of work. Let's watch the video for Lynn.
I've known Lynn since 1991, and I started as a student here. The way that he lived his life and the way that he taught really inspired me to become a teacher and to become who I am today. I thought was very important to nominate him for this award.
I knew growing up and kind of becoming part of the art world and the ceramics world, I had known of Lynn and heard of him just through my high school instructor.
Well, I was just out of school and I just moved back to Wyoming because I went to school in New York, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to make art. He just gave me a lot of inspiration. He was giving me a lot of encouragement. He really reached out to me through all the years and to help me with my artist career.
And my name is Lynn Munns, and we're in Casper, Wyoming, in my studio. There was a potter in my hometown. She used to let me make pinch pots as a kid, and that was my first experience with clay. I was probably 5 or 6 years old and stayed and worked, with her played with her, I'll put it that way, for 3 or 4 years until she ran off with the weaver's husband and they closed the pottery. She was nice and, never got after me, so I kept going back. I'd always been interested in the arts. My mother and my siblings were also very artistic. When I was in college, I needed a fine arts group filler, and I said, oh, I'll do this. I like ceramics, and that was the start. I went to Utah State University and in the 60s, and a very good ceramics school, still is. There was an opening here at Casper College. I interviewed, and I got the position. I thought I would stay a few years because it was just a community college, but it's such a good school. I spent my entire career here. I first met Mike Olson, and he had just come fresh out of the military and kind of didn't really know what he wanted to do. Took a ceramics class, and the two of us hit it off. We've been fast friends since.
I was sort of faltering after I got my bachelor's degree. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, wasn't quite sure. And I remember a very pivotal moment. Lynn actually asked me to teach a night class for him. After I taught for a few semesters, we were standing around in the studio one day, and he actually told me that he would be retiring in 3 to 5 years, and that if I wanted to take his job, I better go get my MFA.
He had this reputation in the state of Wyoming as being somebody to get to know and to interact with because of his experiences and his knowledge and his teaching.
Out of college, I really was lost. And so it took me a long time to kind of find my bearing. And so when I kind of dived in and decided to be a professional artist, Lynn reached out once again, as he had been doing all the years, and he gave me the opportunity to have a solo show up at Casper College. That really gave me a lot of encouragement and to help me through that time of getting my feet wet and learning what to do. And he really guided me through the experience of having a solo show.
And in terms of my daily life, his work ethic, his approach to his students, the pots that he makes that are so beautiful and well designed.
I make functional ware. I want to have people tell me later about the relationship they have with my work as they're having coffee in the morning, or, this particular food looks really good in this color of bowl.
Every day when I go in my cupboard and I get his dishes out and I use them, I remember the lessons that he's given me. And so a lot of those lessons have to do with just working with clay and being passionate with the clay. And when I think about Lynn and his teaching abilities, I do really try to bring that into my classroom.
Congratulations on the Governor's Art Award. You deserve it, and I can't think of anybody that deserves it more, buddy.
Thank you, Lynn. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And I love being here.
I'm humbled to be even considered. I just do what I do. I love what I do. Hopefully I'll be able to do it for many more years.
Lynn, please join us on stage. Congratulations.
I just saw the governor's notes. He had lots of yellow markings on the page. I don't have that. When I received the letter from the governor's office, I thought privately, who in the hell did I insult now? I opened it and was stunned and astonished and humbled. Then I thought, what a great start to 2013, as 2012 had been my most horrible year. My only regret is that my wife of 46 years could not be here tonight. But my son was able to make it here. Again, I need to thank the governor, the Arts Council, board and staff for their work and efforts in supporting the arts in Wyoming. I know what their efforts mean to Wyoming. My friends, my patrons, me, all benefit from the arts in Wyoming. My award letter from the governor praised my more than 35 years of teaching at Casper College, something that I took very seriously. During the governor's State of the State address just a few weeks ago, he introduced and praised several educators and students from around Wyoming. I'd like to follow his lead and honor some of my former colleagues from Casper College. I know in the audience are several: Valerie Inella, Linda Ryan, Nancy Madura, Mike Olson, and Tom Empey, a former Governor's Arts Award winner. Will you please stand and everybody give them a hand? These are committed educators at the college university level. I've had the privilege of working with them for many years, arguing with them, and then doing the very best for our students. In addition, I'd like to recognize also at my table Connie Norman and Todd Jonas, both teachers in the Cheyenne Public School System. Connie, come on up. Todd, the governor, and the First Lady are well acquainted with one another, as Todd has been the teacher of both of their children. Last, I would just like to say thank you, and I am humbled to receive this honor.